Alrighty. Okay, so as was said, Pozible has been around for 2.5 years, more or less, just coming up to half. And what is crowdfunding? We've got a lot more text than pictures in our slides because there's a lot to convey in such a short. It's getting a creative identity, giving. It's a rewards-based crowdfunding platform. So we want creative types to actively engage with their audience as soon as possible. Crowdfunding has been around forever. The idea of a community helping something succeed has been around forever, but it's been online for about 6 years, and it started in the US and Europe. Since then, it has been growing steadily and around the world. Pozible is the biggest and most successful in Australia. So, as I was talking about before, types of platforms, there's all sorts of platforms. There's charity-based ones, and there are business ones, and we are about giving creative types, or creatives, as the noun is now known, a chance to make their projects become a reality. Has this been changing? I think this is longer than 20 seconds. Yeah, right. Well, let's just keep talking then. Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so as you can see, it started blah, blah, blah in North America and Europe. And actually, the Netherlands is, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yes, all or nothing. So the types of crowdfunding. And so we work on rewards-based, and we're on all or nothing. So if you've got your target of the amount of money that you want to raise within a certain period of time, we recommend 30 to 90 days. If you don't get that target amount, then no money crosses hands between your audience and the project or us as a platform. But if you do raise that over the amount of your goal and more, you can raise as much money as you like, then you get all of that, and a small percentage goes to Pozible, and the amount gets deducted from all your fans' PayPal or credit cards, that sort of thing. Okay. So, when I was preparing for it, I wasn't expecting the slides to mess up. So, it has created, crowdfunding is now just exploding. So the slide previously was showing the rise of crowdfunding sites that have been created in the last couple of years. There's been a 500% increase in the last year alone of how much funding has been created through crowdfunding websites. Kickstarter is the most successful one in the States, and recently their gem of a story is this Pebble watch thing that had a $100,000 goal but raised over $10 million. So, of course, this is a design product that much bigger backers are going to get behind, but we do projects that, $200 to get you a return rail fare to Newcastle, or up to Pozible's most successful one, which is the new Matilda relaunch, which had a goal of $175,000 and reached over that. So why is crowdfunding growing exponentially? Well, it's because there's a growing trust online that is creating this community and a marketplace. So sites like Airbnb, the idea of it maybe 5 or 10 years ago wasn't, people might not have trusted it as a way of getting accommodation, but now people are more likely to use it. It's also because online you've got social networking, and social media is just prevalent. It's an everyday business for most of us. So having an online crowdsourcing forum is why it's becoming easier to sell your idea and to get it out there. Okay. The other value of crowdfunding is that you can engage your audience, okay, straight away. Maybe you've had experience applying for grants in the past and you're writing to a gatekeeper and you've got to prove your worth to them, but you're not exactly sure of the audience. So you can learn your 1,000 true fans, which is finding, it doesn't have to be 1,000, but there's the idea that you'll find people who will support your project no matter, they get behind the idea and they will support it 100%. You've also got the proof of concept, so you're able to show, take down the veil between the creative, what you're doing, and the audience, the participants, or the buyers, to show that there is a process in what you're creating. And another value is, again, the immersion in social media. So you're always sharing, you're always connecting. It's easy to sell a product. It's easy to sell an idea because it's easy to link to a picture. The whole idea of Pecha Kucha is this image-based thing, so you're all seeing this and taking it in, storing it away in your brain for later, and you can do it on the way home because of your smartphone. The other good value of crowdfunding is that you can leverage success. So Kylie Gussett did this ton of wool project. She got 38 grand, and now she has her own business because of this. She is active in all different other sorts of projects, and she will always, she's become sustainable in her passion. The other value is that you get the cash. It's about raising funds, and not only do you get an audience, you get cash. So if you're successful, you can do what you want with it. And okay, so the other thing to wrap up with that is that you find your fan base, you've got your community, so you can engage with local communities if it's smaller projects. My project, only people in Adelaide were really interested in it. Some people are interstate. Or it can be getting really influential people behind the project within your discipline. And I've said it's a rewards-based thing, and what works is if you give rewards or suggest rewards that are really personal and unique. So you, again, taking down that veil between a creative person and your fans or your audience. So you're suggesting that you can interact with them in a really real way. And the future of crowdfunding quickly is that already in the Netherlands, they're seeing the government's using crowdfunding to build new bridges and highways. And it's working, it's a thing. People have got their head around the whole concept of it. They're taking it to this other extreme. And Obama used crowdfunding for some of his campaign. And now with the American Jobs Act, businesses are able to look to crowdfunding to get investment for their businesses as well. So the future is in crowdfunding, and I hope that you've had your interest piqued. So you might look at Pozible.com and maybe start a project yourself. Thank you.